leader. Oliveri back to the second spot. Nick Erskine in third. Zach Buchwald fourth. And it's the pinball Mike Guyverson on the outside looking in. Contact. Oh, hard hit for Nick Erskine as Buchwald got into the rear end of the 64 of Nick Erskine. That was a hard impact, and he goes over. The red flag is out. Fluids coming out.
Green flag, double green flags in the air from Anthony D'Ortono. Jim Lampman, I didn't see what happened to Jim Lampman, but he just came across the start-finish stripe. Might have been a late addition. Maybe he didn't realize he'd been added to the show, but he'll take the green flag a little bit late as they scatter down the front straightaway. Everybody trying to chase the race leader, Mike Ferguson.
Nice slide job, if you recall, 2 weeks ago, Bill Bleach Jr. with a heavy industrial accident. Oh, Ryan Dinning gets around at turn number 4 at the bottom of 4.
And I'm not sure if that contact, as we got another one around in 1 and 2. Christopher Hale goes around on the front bumper of Jason Longaro. Ryan Dinning was battling with Dave Bailey down there in turn number 4, so I'm not sure if he was starting to spin before there was contact or if Dave Bailey just kind of finished what Ryan Dinning started on his own. Well, and Hale is laps down to the leader. Don't tell him that, as Jay Liverance chops off the front end of Blake Bomberry. And Bomberry just about monster truck right over him. I had mentioned a few times that Liverance, that car keeps stepping out on him, and I'm not sure if it's something in the suspension of it or if it's just a real aggressive driving style.
Well, Jay also spent some time behind the wheel of a late model, and if you've ever seen anything ugly on dirt, there's not many cars that look horribly handling than a late model. Gonna throw it out of one last big shot through one. Bleach had to get on the brakes. Now he'll try and get some bite to the bottom. Bleach with a run down the hill, but may not be enough here. Gonna need a big 3 and 4 to make it work.
Bazine pulled well down the back straightaway, but he pushes up in 3 and 4. He's gonna go around contact with Bleach. Here comes Schwedick. Who's gonna win? Bazine to the win. Bleach in second, Schwedick third, Hale fourth, Dinning fifth, Trevor DeBoer in sixth. What a finish.
Here we go on a 4, and the green is out.
Side by side down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Lucas Smith rather on the inside as we got Brian Nanico up off the track on the outside. He'll gather it in, but great move by Hannah Farrell to the lead in turn 4. We got him off the track in 3.
Josh Hill just stopped in the middle of 3 and 4 in the 69, and he is dead in the water there.
Well, there was more to that.
And now Holly Porter with a big drive out of 2. The car pushed, but she just kept her foot in and pulled right up on the rear bumper. Now to the inside of Lucas Smith. He's going to drive back around the outside of Holly Porter.
That is a real drag race side by side. Porter down on the bottom. Lucas Smith trying to pinch her off. That might have been a mistake. He got out of the line. He'd been running. Holly Porter definitely better on the bottom of the racetrack, but Lucas Smith was quick on the high side. Porter to the lead. Smith back to second. Oh, Jesse Costa almost into the wall. DJ Christie did get into the wall.
DJ Christie still rolling down the front straightaway, but caution probably going to need to come out here. And it does, just as the leaders start to get into one heck of a battle. More than likely going to need a hook on the back end of the Christie number 5. Holly Porter to the white flag for the number 1 car. The field got nothing for the First Lady of Crates tonight.
Holly Porter.
Problems right in front of the leader.
So we are going to have, and we got one on its side in turn 2.
Costa and Farrell all have had great runs so far, but Brad Heron knows it into the party as well.
Lucas Smith got a nice restart. Holly Porter blocked the inside. That allowed Smith to get a good run into 3 and 4. One last chance for Smith. He's not going to do it. Porter, Smith, Evans, Costa, Hannah Farrell. That's how they're going to finish.
Cody Somerville will lead them down the backstretch. Tolton and Nye side by side for the second spot.
One stop down in turn number 1. And Tristan De Silva turned 90 degrees sideways, and both Newells parked on his left side.
DeBoer leads the train down the front stretch into corner number 1 with Matt Newell in tow and car number 2. Kyle Wirt right there in 3. Look at Fabio Oliveri right through the middle into the 4th spot.
Oliveri in that orange number 16 up into 4th. He'll slide up into Iftati's groove and leave Iftati to Duke with Tristan Da Silva. One more lap.
Fabio started 23rd on the field, and he's up there inside the top 4. Tim DeBoer trying to close the deal, but boy, the battle up front has gotten close.
One more time through 3 and 4. DeBoer trying to hold off Newell as they duke it out into 3 and 4. I believe DeBoer's got it. He's got a smooth line. He's going to take the win over Newell. Wirt going to finish 3rd. Iftati 4th. Fabio Oliveri 5th. And Tristan Da Silva just dropped 3 spots at the line all the way back to 8th. I'm not sure what went wrong with the 0-1. But I guess if you're going to have a problem, that's a good place to have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation. Troubles for Dylan Westbrook up in corner 1. He'll get the car back onto the racetrack, and we stay green. Oh, big flip! Corey Turner in corner 4 goes end over end.
That was an the car got sideways to the right, corrected sideways to the left, but when he corrected it back, it just lurched into the air. And at that point, there was nothing to save. It was up in the air, and it was going to go wherever it was going to go, Greg. Steve Lyons again with a bit of trouble in 1 and 2 on that start. Whoa, Sean Slider goes around in turn number 3.
And I believe we're going to be able to take the lap there, and the caution flag will fly. Up in corner number 2, McDemand will work it down the backstretch. Jim Hoopanen about a straightaway back in second. The caution flag comes out as Jamie Turner and Connor Mahoney go around in corner 4. And that will tighten things up. And I think the driver that wanted that caution the very most is Dylan Westbrook. Started back in 19th position, is now into 3rd.
5 laps remain for McDemand and the rest of this field. DeMann out in front by half a straightaway, and you can look at these cars. There are a lot of upset race cars as Scott Kruger in the 49. He'll pull to the infield out of harm's way.
Leader working through corner number 2 right now, up on the back end of Jamie Turner. The next lap car in his sights. And just the class of the field tonight is McDemand. He's the all-time winningest driver in crate sprint car racing here at Ohsweken Speedway. He'd like to add his very first in 360 competition.
Mike Thorne having a battle with Mikey Krutchka down the front straightaway. A couple of cars with a lot of orange on their wings doing battle in 1 and 2. Meanwhile, down the front stretch, getting 2 laps to go, it's McDemand.
Down the backstretch he goes with 2 very tightly packed lapped cars right in front of him. He kind of pushes his way by one. Now works to the outside of Curtis Gartley.
McDemand threads the needle around those lap cars. 1 more lap to go, and he is not letting up. Man, that car bounced through turn number 2 to take his first feature win in the 360s.
Checkers out. McDemand is a winner in the 360 sprint car division. Second place at the line, Dylan Westbrook. Brooks squeaks by Jim Hoopanen. Tyler Hendricks with a nose, flapped over, finishes 4th. Ryan Turner will come home in 5th.